So let's create a new drawing, and we're going to create another new drawing as an assembly drawing this time. Okay, so let's put in a part number. So in the assembly drawing, you're going to want a top side and a bottom side view of the PCB. So I've just dragged and dropped a top side view of the PCB on here. Now what's really clever is BluePrint will apply its own reference designators. So these will become searchable in the document. So in here what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this again 2:1, it's quite a small board, and show you what controls we have over the BluePrint reference designators. So BluePrint ref deses work within a range of font sizes, and it will resize the reference designator based upon the size of the component. So if I change the minimum to say 6 and the maximum to 20, I can also force right reading, and I can get it to regenerate. So you can see here it's got its own control. The other thing I can do is follow component orientation as well. What I normally do actually at this point, which I didn't do on previous demonstrations, is to switch on, because you can switch on anything you've got within the CAD database. So for example, I could switch on the PCB ref des as it was left in the design, whether that be on the silk screen. I'm not sure on this job actually, so if I put on the silk screen ref des, I think it's on the top actually, so if I go primary component side, PCB ref des, perhaps I have to switch off. Okay. Yeah, here we go. So there's the ref deses as they were left in the CAD database. Not ideal. Whereas on the other hand, if I choose to use BluePrint ref deses, it will reposition. So the other thing we've got control of is what we want to see on that plot. So I could turn on topside pads and choose a colour that I want to switch those on, and build up this plot exactly how I want it. So every PCB view, you've got the option to switch on certain things and switch off certain things. So let's just bring a bottom side view and do the same thing. Notice that it flips the board as if you're viewing it from the underside, but of course the reference designators will maintain their left to right reading depending on the settings for the BluePrint ref deses. So let's just do that. Right. Okay. So this demo board isn't very dense, but there's a feature in here that allows us to select reference designators. Okay, so if we select the BluePrint reference designators, for example, and we drag them away from the components, notice it automatically puts a leader line out into the center of the component, which is pretty neat. The other thing we can do is we can disperse those horizontally or vertically. So if I disperse those horizontally, I can choose where I want to disperse them, and it will disperse them across that width. So if you've got very dense boards where perhaps you're omitting certain reference designators from being positioned, you can disperse them to make them identifiable, obviously, within the assembly drawing. So some neat stuff there. Okay, let me turn back into here and just switch the pads on for that one as well. See what we got. Okay, so we've got a top side and a bottom side view of the PCB, so that's all good. We also have the same thing as far as assembly notes is concerned. We can bring some assembly notes in, and they have the same functionality as they do in the fabrication drawing. These right angle LEDs, they actually fit into the LED holder. So what we can do is we can start bringing in some bits of detail from the element gallery. So you can bring in information from a number of different sources. So this LED holder was actually brought in via PDF, and then it was converted into BluePrint constructs, and then once you've got it into BluePrint, you can then add callouts into the detail. So we're going to come back to this little bit of detail here. So this just indicates, you know, how this LED is to be bent into the holder before obviously mounting onto the PCB. So it's this little plastic holder here.